All right, folks, we are back. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. Let's go to Sherry in Texas. Sherry, you're on the line.
Hey, Jason. Apparently, unless Bloomberg is lying, which I'm assuming they're not, they don't usually lie, they're saying that the WHO is going to go level 6 within 10 days.
Really? What report was this?
This is at fiercebiotech.com and also Bloomberg.com. WHO tweaks pandemic label to avoid swine flu panic.
So what are they saying, that they're again changing the regulations on it?
They're tweaking the pandemic label. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming.
Well, they actually had to change the definition of a pandemic. And then we reported on that before in order to just go to level 5. But if you're telling me that now it's being reported, level 6 is indefinite in 10 days?
Apparently, they said Chan and colleagues spent 7 hours on June 1st consulting experts and public health officials from 23 countries on how to explain that swine flu is global but not severe. But then they go on to say, very scared. I don't even know what they're even trying to announce, but apparently...
Well, if they go to level 6 and they say forced vaccinations for everybody, that's when we really need to get upset.
Well, and that's why I said, we just have to say no right now.
Well, I agree.
Has to decide for themselves.
Well, my fear is that they're going to use the pandemic level 6 to say that you have to take the vaccine and see how many people go out voluntarily. If they can get 18% to say they're going to take it without a government order, how many are they going to get saying with a government order? Maybe 40, 50%? Okay. Fierce
Biotech says, citing sources, Bloomberg reports that Chan will make the announcement in the next 10 days, but is trying to find a way to soften the blow by reassuring people that the new flu usually causes nothing more than mild symptoms. So basically, they want to pull off the pharmacological industry getting away with stealing all this money without it being that big of a deal.
Well, I think it's more than them stealing money. I think they want to poison you. Look, the report, and thank you for the call, out of the Mayo Clinic last week is if you take the flu shot, the Mayo Clinic out of Minnesota, you take the flu shot, you're 3 times more likely to get the flu. Well, does that sound like something you should be doing, taking the flu shot that's 3 times more likely to get you sick? Oh, but the studies are probably inconclusive, Jason. They'd never harm us. Really? Yeah, the government's never harmed us. They don't openly talk about population control. David Rockefeller didn't just meet with Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Ted Turner, Oprah to discuss overpopulation. That never happened. They didn't just air Earth 2100. Let's go to Jeff in Pennsylvania. Jeff, you're on the air.
Hello, Jason?
Yes, sir.
Hi. I just have to roll my eyes at some of the things that have been talked about regarding police. There's that one case with the EMT getting hit and an old lady getting tasered, and people just got to understand that when you resist arrest, I mean.
All right, hold on. If this old woman, hold on, buddy. If this woman resisted arrest, why aren't they showing the video of it? The 72-year-old woman who got tased. Why won't they release the video of her resisting arrest? I mean, they have the dashboard cam. If she resisted and deserved to get tased, why aren't they showing it?
Well, we would have to check out the police report for that.
Well, I've seen the police report. They read the police report on the news report that I played. I don't know if you saw it. It was off of local Fox News. And they asked for the tape, and they didn't get it. And that EMT, if he had done something prior to get arrested, because anything he did on that videotape did not warrant his arrest, what, should he have just gone with the slave master? He said, boy, you're under arrest. You're under arrest. He hadn't done anything. He told the other guy to put his camera down because he didn't want to cause trouble. I can't defend that guy either. I'm sorry, sir. I can't defend the guy who actually got kicked in the head. He lied down and put his hands out. It's the Infowarrior.
What can you do to keep you and your family safe from the resistant new strains of deadly bacteria and viruses? Check out supernaturalsilver.com today, or visit the link on Infowars.com to find out more about this incredible new silver compound. The new silver solution is a natural antibiotic that is clinically tested to kill viruses, germs, bacteria, and yeast safely. This new technology has proven itself to be a formidable weapon against bio-threats of today and tomorrow. The new silver solution gel has been shown to disinfect topically and keep the area sanitized for up to 4 hours. The new silver solution is a highly effective, potent nanoparticle solution that is lethal to bacteria, yeast, and viruses. Go to supernaturalsilver.com and see the amazing line of products they have available. Check out the patented new silver solution today. Click on the link and check out the uses for New Silver Solution. Order this extra line of defense today by going to supernaturalsilver.com. That's supernaturalsilver.com today.
This is the GCN Radio Network, home to hard-hitting talk radio.
We are back, and we're joined by Daniel McNichol, the writer and director of the upcoming film Reclaiming the Blade, for the next 30 minutes. Daniel, how are you this evening?
Great. Thanks, Jason, for having me on.
No problem. Why don't you tell people what this project is and what they can expect from this film?
Well, let me first say that the force is strong with you, my friend.
Well,
and I mean
you.
that. Keep the faith, keep up the good fight, and stay strong, my brother.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah. The film is well, it's all about sword fighting and sword fight choreography. And there's a lot of celebrities in the film, of course. The kind of the root of the story, for me, began with just getting to the, this whole idea of swords being a symbol for justice, for freedom, for just a way of the common people to express themselves. And so that was kind of the inspiration for me as a filmmaker. And it's great to be on the phone with somebody like you who's a filmmaker themselves.
Well, thank you. Well, when you talk about that, and you talk about the sword and how the common people were able to stand up, I mean, back in the day when technology was more on a level where the elites had the same technology as the common person, you could stand up for yourself a lot more, and you seem to have a shot at the title, if you will. Now it's a little more lopsided. The military seems to have all these cool weapons and gadgets that we don't have. But again, you go back only 300-400 years ago, and people were mainly using these as the main weapons of warfare.
Sure.
And that's incredible to me, and we're all hooked on movies like, Lord of the Rings and other things that are kind of featured in your film. I don't know anybody who's not a Star Wars fan. I do know those people, but I don't like those people. They always give Star Wars fans a lot of guff. Some people take it to a new level, but I mean,
I understand.
You look at those epic battles of, they don't have the blasters, and they're the real deal. I remember just being mesmerized by Empire Strikes Back as a kid, the dozens of times I was watching it after school, and thinking, man, that is the coolest thing. And it really is about good versus evil, especially in that kind of a, allegory of Luke versus, his father of evil. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, and let me say, I mean, the technology at the time for swords was quite developed to a state that is even quite amazing by our own standards. To make a blade, when you look at the science of metals and the technology that was involved in it, it really took a lot of science that was behind the forging of these swords that were made from alloys, essentially, which was a mixing of blades and a forging and a crossing of the steels. And so the bladesmith, who I definitely lift my hat to all those bladesmiths from times gone, they did a fantastic job and a fantastic craft that was, as a scientist or a craftsman or artist, you have to appreciate what they did. It was quite amazing. And, so there was, even though they didn't live in the technological age that we live in today, it was still very much an age of information. And those who understood the technology of swords, bronze actually was not quite as strong as steel and the mix of alloys and whatnot. So it's actually quite similar to today, more so than you would think. Now, do you go over some of these great craftsmen, some of the legends of their days, or more along the models that were used?
We do a little bit dive into the modern craftsmen. So, and that's what's exciting, is to see the modern practitioners and the modern craftsmen.
Well, let's talk about that and the choreography of such a project on the other side. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. Go check out the blog, theinfowarrior.com, or check us out live at prisonplanet.tv.